Hello, all my beautiful souls out there. This is Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and this is going to be our next 72-hour reading where we see what might be coming up for us, what we might need to know over this next 72 hours. If you're new, hello and welcome. Keep in mind this is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If this is not resonating with you, please go check out my next 72-hour playlist. Look at the titles. There might be something in there. Look at the title. That might be where you are right now and your energy and your timeline. So to start us out, we have enlightenment, beautiful energy here. Look at this. The ship sailing out into the ether. Beautiful. It's like taking off the planet into the sky. Beautiful. Let's see what else we have. I always pull two oracle and then we get clarification on this oracle. But definitely being awakened, enlightened to something. I had the taking risk card kind of popped out here real quick, but not going to take that card, not being pulled to take that card. What do we have here? We have fulfillment coming out. So we had taking risks. We have fulfillment coming out here. That big Georgia peach. I'm going to say it's a Georgia peach. I don't know if it actually is, but whenever I see peaches, it always reminds me of Georgia. Can you tell I'm American? Yeah. Okay. So I feel like, we had the taking risk card coming out. We have enlightenment. We have this fulfillment. I feel like with this ship coming, like kind of taking off, it's like we're moving towards something. Like I feel like with this, we just yesterday, we just had Pluto retrograde kind of digress temporarily back into the sign of Capricorn, and what that usually, with that kind of energy, it's kind of like this wrap up. And so it's like, did we learn the lesson? Are we ready to move? Are we ready to move into this next phase? Like, so there's a lot that we cultivated, that we learned during the season while Pluto has been in Capricorn all this time. And so there's all these planetary energies. We're getting ready to get close to the eclipse that's going to come, on September 17th and 18th. I think, I can't remember, I think Venus just transited into Virgo, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. I mean, this year has been crazy for different astrological placements. It's been an insane year. I mean, you can tell that just by the weather this year has been just insane. It's been kind of all over the place, and so has the energy, the weather, everything's been kind of all over the place. And you can really, I mean, this is telling me, we've like I said, we've learned a lot of lessons this year. If you followed the readings that I've done, over the course of this year, you will know that we've learned a lot of lessons. We've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. It was to help us grow, to help us, get to the point where we know what we want, where we're moving to. Like, it's funny because we always get frustrated when we have these difficult points in our life, when we're having all these difficulties, whether they be in our relationships or jobs or whatever. But those difficulties happen because the universe is trying to show us, like, help us determine what it is that we want for ourselves and what we don't want for ourselves. When we have something that's trying and difficult, it's to help us understand that this is something we don't like. It's like, like the kid that puts their hand on a hot stove. They learn that they don't like pain. They don't want that anymore, so they don't do it again. And it's kind of that energy where we've learned, like, we've kind of been enlightened to something during this time. And this is like, have we really learned the lesson? I feel like that's what this kind of opportunity is giving us, while while the Pluto retrograde has kind of pushed back into Capricorn, which occurs from now until November 19th, I believe it is. And so during this time, we have this period, and we're just starting it. It just happened. It just went into back into Capricorn yesterday. So it's this time of have we learned the lesson that we, whatever it is that we were shown while Pluto has been transiting in Capricorn, which Pluto, I believe, has been in Capricorn. I may be wrong in this, so don't take it with a grain of salt. But I think it's been in Capricorn since 2008, and so this is a long time, But it takes a long time for Pluto to go around and to go through all the signs. It won't be back in Pluto won't be back in Capricorn for another 200 years. So this is the only time in our lifetimes we're going to experience this energy. And it's almost wrapping up. We've only got a couple more months now to experience this energy. And like I said, to reap the full benefit of this energy before it goes away. So this is kind of our last chance to learn or incorporate or take advantage of this energy. And if you think about Capricorn energy is kind of this, it's all about being productive. It's about getting things done. It's about, like, it can be in the tarot, the devil card represents Capricorn, because it can talk about obsessions where we have maybe had bad habits or obsessions with things, that this definitely could have been during this time period where maybe we have learned some bad habits that we have. Maybe we have learned some places in our life where we have been overly excessive, and we're learning to let those go. We're learning how to become a more well-rounded, and I say well-rounded because I'm seeing the shape of the peach here, more rounded individual. We've definitely learned some lessons, like I said, during this, like during this transit. And so look back on your life since 2008. What have you learned? What have you accomplished? Really, accomplishment. What have you worked hard on? What have you put a lot of effort and energy into? What all have you cultivated? What have you brought into your life? And how have you made it more fulfilling during this time period? What have you been illuminated to that has made your life more fulfilling in some way? I'm sure that you have grown in some way, and I'm sure you could look back and reflect, and there's something you could be grateful for that has occurred since 2008, that you have learned, that you have grown in some way, something to that effect. So give me 2 cards on this enlightenment, please. Give me 2 cards on this enlightenment card. The moon card. And it's interesting that we have the moon and we have the moon here. You see the moon on both cards here. So this tells me that this was something, the moon can be talk about something being revealed. And I feel like that's what's happened here. That's that enlightenment. Something has been revealed to us to help us ascend in some way in a new direction. Like I said, the ship is taking off in a new direction, leaving the earth, moving into a new timeline, into a new way of being, a new place, going to a new place. One more card. We have the death card. Yeah, an ending to something. Yeah, we're leaving something behind. We've learned a lesson. We've grown in some way. We've transcended in some way. And I have a feeling this has to do with leaving something behind. Like we have learned, like either something that we were doing that we no longer want to do anymore, or we have learned, like I said, we've learned that we've had a bad habit, or we've been obsessed about something that we no longer want to put our time and effort and energy to, that we've realized that it wasn't serving us. It wasn't helping us grow. It wasn't helping us be more fulfilled. And because of the change that we've made, or the growth that we've had during this time period, it's allowing us to have a more fulfilled life. It's allowing us to ascend and move into a state of being that is more fulfilled than what it has been in the past. And this is what we're looking forward to. This is where we're going. This is the future energy. This is where we're going. I love this for us. This is great as a collective. But yeah, there's going to be a few little bumps and hitches along the way, because we are, we it really is, have you learned the lesson? If you didn't, you might be taking this time period to really, like, kind of, you could be scrambling to put something in place. This is like the last hurrah. So it's like, you might be, if you wanted to do something and you haven't done that yet. Oh wow. Okay, so I was wondering why this deck felt so off. There's a card from another deck that got into this deck somehow. Isn't that crazy? It's a different card from a different deck. Look at that. The 10 of Cups. I don't even know where to put that on the screen. Let's see. I might have, yeah, I think I have room over there. Let's shift everything over just slightly here, and we'll put it over here. The bonus card here of the 10 of Cups that wanted to come through. This is that fulfillment. Like I said, a happy life, fulfillment, having a more fulfilling life is coming towards us. That's what we're walking into. That's where the ship is taking us. That's, our life is going to be more fulfilled in some way. We have the Ace of Swords. That's enlightenment. Because this enlightenment that we've gained, this clarity that we've gained, is helping us make our life more fulfilled in some way. And that's what we're moving toward, because now we've seen this. We understand. We know what we had to let go of. We know what we had to release. What was hidden came to light. What was hidden came to light. And because of that, we're having more fulfillment in our life. We're able to move on because we've had this enlightenment. We've had this clarity. And we've put something to bed. We've put something to rest. And we've said, this isn't serving us anymore. And since it's not serving us now, we can walk into this 10 of Cups. We can walk into more fulfillment. We have the Hangman here. This is just suspended energy. So this is saying that this fulfillment's coming. It's coming on the backside of us. It's basically telling me this isn't coming. This fulfillment isn't coming until we release what it is we need to release. What we've seen, whatever we've been shown that we need to release, that we need to let go of, that we need to transcend past, whether it be a bad habit, whether it be a limiting belief, whether it be a way of living, whatever has been shown to us during this time that we've been feeling the urge to do. If you haven't acted on that, you're going to be stuck, okay? And it's not until we've put an end to that and we've transformed it, we've let go of it, whatever it is, drop that dead weight so that we can transcend, so that we can be the ship taking off into flight that leads to fulfillment in our lives. So, this is the message here. This is a strong message is coming in over this next 72 hours, is have you, whatever has been revealed to you, have you taken action on it? Have you let go of it? Have you made the changes? Have you made the revisions in your life to make the changes necessary to lighten the load so that you can transcend to this life of being more fulfilled on a personal level? And only you are going to know what that thing is that has been revealed to you that needs to be released. What that is that next step for you, whether it be a relationship style, whether it be a way of living, a way of doing things, whether it's a bad habit, whether it's an obsession that you need to release. It can be lots and lots of things. So you'll have to figure out and discern what that is for you. And then, have you taken action to make the changes necessary in your life to apply whatever it is that you know that you need to change, because this is when you need to do it, while we're still under this energy where like I said, Capricorn, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, or Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign of productivity. It actually helps us accomplish something. So this is giving you the chance to accomplish something in, between now and then, now and until it goes, Pluto goes back into the sign of Aquarius, which is a completely different energy and a completely different sign. I mean, you're talking about an earth sign to an air sign. You're talking about, that Capricornian energy is like can be determined and headstrong to get something done, that put their, that actually they're people that, Capricorns are known to be busy and workers. They're hard workers. They get a lot done. And so when it goes back into Aquarius is an air sign with lots of energy. Like it's, uh, it, because it's an air sign, it is kind of a little more dreamy. We're going to be more, probably like a little more philosophical, a little more spiritual, a little more dreamy kind of energy, where we may not, we may learn a lot during that time period, but there won't be that practical application that we have under Capricorn. So that's something to keep in mind, that this might be your last chance in a while to really change something in your life, to really be productive and make changes in your life that you want to change, especially changes that might lead to more personal fulfillment in your life, to make your life a happier life. So, or at least the energy is more conducive to that. It doesn't mean that it can't happen at any other time in your life, or going forward. It's just saying that I'm saying that the energy right now is more conducive to being successful. It'll be easier under, at this time than it might be in the energies coming up. So that's what I have for you. I wish you the very best, and I hope this finds you well and it helps you in some small way. Thank you so much. I wish you the very best. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my friends.